This just in, Nez Nation, some breaking news from Cash Money, our favorite girl. You gotta love her. Everybody loves her. Cash Money G, Fani Willis. Yes, we got some more for you today. Some more really quite curious and mysterious news. Fulton County District Attorney, this is from Atlanta News First. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis is declining an invitation from the Atlanta Press Club to debate her challengers to her office this coming election in May. If you don't remember, we covered this in a previous video where Willis drew 2 challenges to her office, qualifying as of late last month. Christian Wise Smith, who is a Democratic challenger, and then Courtney Kramer, who is the Republican challenger. Smith is challenging for the Fulton County Democratic primary on May 21st, while Kramer is the Republican. So the breaking news is not that she, refused this debate. And I have some actual quotes from Cash Money G from her office in a statement. But stick around, because the real curiosity comes from what she decided to do instead, which is it just further augments the unfurling, the unraveling of Fulton County District Attorney's Office credibility, their brand, their reputation, and everything that shrouds the prosecution of former president and many other Fulton County co-defendants in this Georgia 2020 election interference case. So here's what Fani said. Fani said she appreciates the invitation, and under other circumstances, she would participate. But after careful consideration, she must decline. End quote. Quote, "We are not doing interviews that include discussion of the substance of high-profile cases the office is prosecuting, particularly the election interference prosecution and the ongoing trial of alleged YSL defendants." The YSL Young Thug case is carrying on right now as we speak. I showed you video. Amazing video. If you haven't seen this, actual rare footage caught on camera of the prosecutors who worked for Cash Money G, who got into a shouting and yelling match with the judge presiding over that case over admissibility of evidence. Oh my God. If you haven't seen that, I'll leave it in the end screen. You've got to go check out that video. Fani Cash Money G goes on to say, quote, "We understand that she cannot insist that panelists and her opponent avoid certain subjects, and consequently, her participation means likely repeatedly being unable to respond to questions, as well as risking saying something that defense counsel could make an issue of in ongoing litigation." So essentially what Cash Money G is saying is this is a very calculated, deliberate, very bureaucratic, dry, rigid response. In other words, she's saying the same thing that you always kind of hear from people who have everything to hide and lack 0%. They lack 100% transparency, and they don't have any credibility at all. She's essentially saying, I can't talk about it because we're involved in some really big things going on right now. We can't discuss them. And I'll be drawn into this. She's presuming that her opponents are going to discuss these high-profile cases, when the truth of the matter is that this is about being reelected to Fulton County. This is about helping out the people that she so-called claims to be all about. This is about transparency. This is really, really important. And you won't debate taking a page out of Tombstone Biden's book? They're all the same, Nez Nation. Biden won't debate Trump. Biden can barely talk for longer than an hour, as we saw in that State of the Union, that train wreck of a State of the Union, without being hopped up on God knows how many different types of medications. This is extremely important. And all they need to do is just stipulate some guidelines. Look, we can have an open, honest debate, which the people of Fulton County completely deserve, to make sure that they're making informed, educated decisions. But you can't talk about A or XYZ. It's very easy. That has been done many, many times before. It's not a big deal. This is completely bogus, and she's running away. She's scared. But even more importantly, she's going to this. Check this out. Look at what we have here, Nez Nation. NABCO 2024 Leadership Summit and Retreat. Cocktails and conversation. With special guest, NABCO President Commissioner, District Attorney Fani Cash Money G. Willis, and a whole bunch of other people. Networking, look at that. Networking, music, cocktails. That's twice. Cocktails were mentioned twice. Friday, April 26th, 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. Wait a minute. Time out. So you don't have time to debate. You are not willing to debate over important governmental decisions, points, programs, policies, which the people of Fulton County deserve. You're hiding and shying away from debate, but you got time to go have cocktails and conversation Friday in Miami at the NABCO 2024 Leadership Summit and Retreat. Boy, the irony and the hypocrisy there is profound. So let me get this straight. No Grey Goose, no debate. Is that it, Cash Money G? Lori Strauss, the organizer of the Atlanta Press Club Loudermilk Young Debate Series, said, I quote, "The Atlanta Press Club is disappointed when any qualified candidate declines to participate in our debate series." She goes on to say, we quote, "We believe it is the responsibility of people running for public office to answer questions from their local media that will help inform voters before they cast their ballots." Lori, you are 1,000,000,000% right. But if you ain't got no Grey Goose, you ain't got no Cash Money G. She cares more about inflating her ego. She cares more about her own self-importance. She cares more about the only thing that she's always and solely and specifically cared about during this entire debacle. And that is Cash Money G, Fani Willis herself. We're all about the people, she says, quote unquote. By the way, they're still going to hold this debate, and they're going to have an empty podium for those who do not participate. So you're going to see her name next to an empty podium. The symbolism there, the profound metaphor there is pretty impactful, if you ask me. So Cash Money G, I don't understand. What are you so afraid of? Why won't you debate these people? If you're all about the people, I mean, you've never been one to shy away from rules and guidelines like that church speech that you made. Well, you know, they don't want me to talk about race. They told me I shouldn't be talking about race. Well, I'm going to do it anyway. I did a video on that too. Hypocrisy after hypocrisy, narcissism after narcissism, ego, hubris, self-importance, self-preservation, self. She's greedy. She's corrupt. She don't give a damn about nobody. She knows this prosecution of the former president and all these co-defendants is completely moot, bogus, sham. She just wants the attention. She just wants the money. She committed crime after crime. Jim Jordan is about to hold her in contempt. She is flinging her nose at Washington. She's flinging her nose at her constituents. She's flinging her nose at the nation. Her reputation, her credibility, her office is a complete train wreck. And you think that's going to stop Cash Money G? You think there's even going to be a molecule of shame from this absolute abomination of a prosecutor? Let me know in the comments. Do you actually think this woman has a molecule of shame inside her? Let me know in the comments down below. And also, you know, I just want to say this really quickly because I've been getting some comments, and there's even been some other videos that are made about me saying, oh, Nez, you're a racist, or oh, Nez, I want to be very, very clear. I love my country. These policies, these decisions are part of a major consortium, probably headed by Obama, Clinton, Oprah, the elites. And there's proof, too, because she went and had a meeting with Kamala Harris before the indictment, which speaks volumes, which, by the way, I did a video on. It has absolutely nothing to do with a trait that every human being has zero control over. The color of your skin, your ethnicity, your background is 0% out of your control. I am basing all of my videos on substantive, evidentiary facts, results, three-dimensional displays of the content of your character. Cash money, G. It's got nothing to do with it. Stop playing the race card. It doesn't work anymore. Guess what? It's over. It worked in 2020. It maybe even worked a little bit before that. It's over. People see through the BS. It's not about race. Stop making it about race. It's not about color. It's about the content of your character. And from what I see, the content of that character is as empty as most Americans' wallets right now. Dealing with your policies, your egregiousness, your admin, and all the programs and initiatives and everything that you're trying to do to interfere with our right, our democratic right to vote for who we want to. You and Letitia Big Shame James, Alvin Do Nothing Bragg, Judge Gargamel, Judge Juan Merchan, all of you should be held to account. You guys don't care about anything but yourselves, but power. And we see right through it. And come November, you're really going to find out. Let me know in the comments what you guys think, Nez Nation. What do you think of this? I mean, it's a bold-faced refusal to give the people the right to make an educated, informed decision at the ballot box. You can't deny a debate based on such a flimsy excuse and then fly off to Miami for Grey Goose and conversation. It just don't work that way. I want to hear from you. What do you guys think in the comments down below? As always, it's physically impossible. I try really hard, but it's physically impossible for me to respond to every single comment. So members get first priority. Super chats, super thanks get top priority. Consider becoming a member. It only costs you 1 cup of coffee for an entire month of supporting the best channel on planet Earth. You get a badge next to your name, special shout out, exclusive content, our Discord, members only Discord. You get full access to that. Hang out with other members, hang out with me. We chat, talk about things, get involved, interact, engage. It's fun. Consider becoming a member. There's a link right down below. Also, don't forget, if you made it this far, become a Nez Nation Insider. It's our free newsletter. It's absolutely free. That's free. You don't have to do nothing. That's in the pinned comment, show notes, and description of the video as well. Just click on that link and then look at the option that says free newsletter. Click on that. Give us your best email. Bada boom, bada bing. You're part of the greatest community on planet Earth. And you get all the latest, greatest current news, top stories, the latest breaking news that mainstream media won't cover right to your inbox. So consider becoming a Nez Nation Insider. You won't regret it. I promise you. As always, Nez Nation, check out these videos coming up on the screen right now. And God bless you, your families, and may God bless America. I'll see you soon.